Hey guys and gals, let's build the Conkdors Noggin Bopper by Lego Super Mario set number 71414, and this has about 130 bricks and it retails for $14.99. So let's see what $14.99 gets us. Obviously not that, and since I don't have that, well, this expansion set will be pretty much a limited play. Let's open this up, and I've already did the unboxing crudely. Waste of time, and yeah, let's dump all this stuff out. Now these usually have numbered bags, but well, at first I wasn't really going to care much, but now since I have the access to the manuals, which I already have keyed up on a junked old iPad that's all taped up and stuff to make it work, we're ready to start. So that's pretty much what it is. I don't really have any way to show you the breakdowns on this stuff. So you got me, guys and gals. And yes, it's not like a paper manual. I have to sit here and literally wait and watch all the graphics. Okay, now we can start. So yeah, we all know how I'm going to be roasting this one now. This one's pretty much going to be a live build. I'm going to keep it probably on the main channel. So hate to think this LED bulb is going bad. They're kind of pricey for the good ones, and you know, starting to flicker a bit. I only run it when I have to do. I may use two bulbs, one for tutorials and one for doing, well, for better terms, junk sets like this. Since this is practically a useless set to me without the smart figure, and the manual's hard to go through and all that stuff. And yes, it sounds negative, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a sugarcoater. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat these builds, and you know, and if you know somebody's already complained a few times, you know, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that sugarcoats these videos, you know. So the goal today is to get this done. I'm still on that deadline. It's, well, I don't know when you're watching this or when I release it, but it's before Christmas, obviously. And we got to make two of those. Why didn't you tell me that at the beginning? Alrighty, well, we'll make another one. So I hate these type of manuals because I can't read ahead very well. And yeah, I'm so used to the paper manuals. A PDF would be also better too, but we got to have all the goofy graphics and stuff like that to entertain the kiddos. Alright, I don't see a 4x4 blue plate in here. Oh, there it is. So what I did when I did the unboxings, I just threw everything randomly in here. Matter of fact, I think I am editing this part now. So I'm just trying to get some stuff done so I can go back to building mocks and tutorials, because I'm tired of following somebody else's ideas here. I want to do my own. So yeah, I mean, I've been swamped with stuff and trying to get everything done here. So what we're going to do with this, since I don't have the starter figure, I'm just going to use my Jay the Surfer Sig Fig in this. And we'll just have to come up with the sound effects and the stuff ourselves, so we'll just have to pretend. Move that out of my way. Alrighty. Yeah, it's easier when you don't unbag everything at once. I used to do that back in the day. There's one of the bigger ones I'm going to have to sort by color. That will be on the second channel because it'll be too long of a build. I'd usually do about 100, 150 pieces. After that, I have to say no more. I can't do any more of these on the main. Because YouTube has a thing called retention rate. And a lot of people on this channel want a 5-second video, where on my main one everybody's been requesting for longer stuff. It's funny, two different channels that show the same content, just the way everybody wants the longer content there. So that's what I've been doing. It's like ASMR. I think my longest video is almost, I think, 2.5 hours or so. I got a little crazy with some of the things. Must be noggin bonker there. Let me tip that down even more here. Yeah, let's see. That looks like it's good. Okay, we're going to have to put 3 of these on here. So what I try to do is try to get a bunch of these done in bulk as much as I can, because I like to enjoy my time and stuff like that. And nothing nice when you're on vacation and somebody complains you're not working fast enough for them in Lego. So now I have to say this is starting to feel like a job. So we're just going to do this and do the live review. Now if you want to see more in-depth reviews, I have them on my second channel, which is Archives of J. I'll have the link in the description down there, and then you can just watch those. I'm just going to warn you, they're very lengthy, they're very long. We go in depth on builds and stuff. We don't just, I don't condense the reviews over there. So, just as a fair warning for some. Jay, these are too long, yeah. They're supposed to be long. Oh, we got stars, huh? So I guess we're done. And all it does is says do this. Okay, that must really want to. They must really want to irritate the parents, huh? Let's see here. And yes, by all means, I'm still not a fan of these sets. I thought Lego would have been so kind to send me a starter figure, at least a figure and stuff to make it work. I guess they assumed that I already had that, and I checked a few places, and those are never to be found, the starter course. Huh. I guess that's what it's supposed to do. We've got a turtle shell now. These are pretty cool to have. I don't know what I'd use it for a mock, but yeah, the iPhone 10 doesn't do very well with this guide, and this old iPad 6th gen thing, 5 or 6th gen, I don't know what it is. We'll see how well it does. And does it really matter which way it goes? I guess it does. There we go. Okay, I got it right there. Looks like we got to build 2 of these. Wish they just put 2x in there and just tell me that right away instead of having me guess. So far, the build experience, you know, it's average. Just the building guide makes it kind of tough, or I just need to get used to the goofiness of it. But since this will be an incomplete review without the starter courses nowhere to be found, this will automatically just get a grade of F. So we're watching a failed review before I even get it done. But Jay, please don't fail those. I'm sorry, they're incomplete. But there's certain other aspects that we can look at too. Like, what's the build quality going to be like? Is it going to be strong? You know, is it a good build? So far it seems pretty sturdy. So I'm not panicking over that or anything like that. It's going to flake apart. Okay, and those go here. The only good advantage of the 3D building guides is that you can rotate these around. Okay, I don't like to rotate them around, but alright, now we got to go to bag 2. I think we're building the head. That's what I was taking that it was doing. It just did some cut scene. And yes, you get a brick with 4 or 3 cross holes, a 2x4 brick with 3 cross holes. And so far my assessment is the manual is going very slow. You're doing 1 or 2 pieces at a time. So if this is a slow build for you, you may want to wait till the PDF guides are out. You can read ahead. I bet there's another one that goes on the other side. Okay, one side of this is yellow and the other side is gray. Alright, well I was close, but and then we want the gray side that way. Also, these videos are pretty good for people trying to troubleshoot on the build. Some don't even have the building instructions, or the device can't run them or something, I don't know. So it's a good way to read up on these. So if you watch the unboxing of this set, I was pretty brutal on it. I'm still going to be brutal on these because there's one of those useless tiles. These are kind of just, at this point right now, these sets are just time wasters, so I'm just using them to kill some time while I'm waiting for a project to get done. And yes, it's another review. Got an unboxing coming up. You've probably already seen it by now, but okay, it goes on the yellow side here. I know somebody who has all 3 of the smart figures, but he had to pay a pretty penny to get them. And he's like, I could loan you mine if we lived closer. I'm like, oh, I would have really appreciated that. Oh, there's a plate that goes there. And I was like, well, I'd be kind of cool. I'll chip in for the batteries. Give them a shout out, but unfortunately I can't do that. And kind of wish I just had all 3 starter courses. Then we could just run them through and see what it really does. But now I'm looking at this stuff through a mock, a mocker's point of view. Like, what does a mock builder see in this set? For $15, I don't know. For 130 pieces. For what I'm seeing here is the stuff that I wouldn't really run out and buy unless this set was on a clearance or something. I wouldn't waste my time with this for full price. Like I said, I don't sugarcoat a lot of things. Like I did a bunch of city sets. I did the Monkey Kid sets. Monkey Kid I'm not really interested in, but they were really good build experiences. But I'm trying to give this thing a chance. But the only thing I have to say positive about this is that all the parts in here provided are printed. And that's the sad thing too. We should have put the eyes on before we did that. Not too bad. These are, yeah, that's black. I wish those were like a dark brown. Okay, this goes on the top. There we go. So basically you're supposed to knock your noggin off or something, but these tiles look kind of unfinished here. Maybe we're not done yet. I guess we are. Oh no, we're not. It showed stars, but then it's telling me to put the tiles on next. These are unmutilated, so we're happy here, and I can reuse those. Make good cocktail tables or stepping stones or something. Alright, and I believe we're done with that one. So basically what you do is you knock this thing down, and then you take your Mario figure. We got Jay the pink hair figure and he's supposed to jump on it. It's supposed to go ding, 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 or boink, 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 boink. We don't know. We're still not done yet. So we're going to have to pretend here. This is one thing good about paper manuals. You don't have to wait for them to load up. But now it just jumps to another build here. Where's the other part of the build? Oh, this is really kind of screwy. I'd like to meet their software engineer. Show them how to really code something like this. That's a 2x16. Why don't you just tell me to put 2 of those on after that? Would have been better. Instead of this 1 piece at a time nonsense. I don't think anybody's getting this for Christmas, as it hasn't. This is released like I think in January 1st, 2023. Now if you have the starter courses for these, you can do a better review than I can. Alright, let's get all these over here. And then we have a green stud over here. Stud flower. Yeah, I remember when they were talking about the Super Mario sets, I got so excited. I was like, oh, we're going to finally get official minifigures and stuff with them, you know, and you know, it'd be kind of cool to have, like, make your own custom Mario mocks and stuff, and no, sadly we got this. You're like, yes, we finally get to live our childhood dreams and do Mario and Lego, and then you got this, it's like, oh, never mind. I think they're trying to make it like a video game, but still, I just don't really see the appeal of that. So this is a live review. Now, so far, is the build keeping my interest? The building process, yes. The manual, I'm just waiting for graphics to load up half the time. So if you... I think this is supposed to do this. Well, we don't know yet, huh? Why? Because I'm not done. That's why. So that's how I grade things. Like this set here, I always grade on playability. And when I grade playability, can the set be played right out of the box? After you build it, can you play with it instantly? This will have a play value of F. 0. Failed. Because you can't just simply play with this. Maybe you can make a mock out of it so it's got a higher ranking and mock value, but taking it, this one goes on the other side. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, and it goes here. We got a seesaw. Would have been easier if we put that on there beforehand. And that's it. Yeah, I tell you, the paper manuals are a lot faster. Alright, so take this guy here, which is what we have here, and stick this guy on the top here. So he's barely tacked on there, and I think he's meant to be removed if you want to remove him. So there he is. And don't worry, I'll change the angle up a bit here too. We need to, let's take a look at the extra pieces while the app is loading, while the building guide is loading up. That's what we have there. Not too bad, not too bad at all. And we'll take a look at the demonstration, and okay, we've seen enough of that. So we don't have the Mario, but we'll just try it with the sig fig here. So you're supposed to do this. Let me back this thing up here for you. I want you to get the full flavor of this behemoth. Alright. Okay. Let me get you a better sharp picture with this too. Gotta love these crude reviews. Alright, so now if you do not have you know, the Mario figure, just use a sig fig. Okay, so you can go in here, jump on that. Something was supposed to go, but I don't know. maybe you're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to go boink, 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 ding, 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 ding. That's what it's supposed to do. And you could do this so he can knock himself out, huh? Let's try that again. I think you're supposed to do this and do this. But without the smart figure, or the starter course, we don't know what it does. So we just have to pretend. Or if you really want to annoy someone, just do that continuously for probably 10 minutes and be like, where's my starter course? Where's my starter course? Where's my starter course? Trust me, it'll annoy somebody really bad for them to just give in. So, well, that's not part of the thing. Okay, so was it easy to build? Getting past the instruction manual and trying to figure it out, yes, it wasn't too bad. Build quality, let's take a look here. You know, it seems pretty sturdy. I don't think any of the stuff's meant to come apart. I think he's supposed to come off, but other than that, I think it's pretty well sound. I don't think anything's going to break off of it. You know, so my experience also with building it, it was okay. Like I said, it was just a manual. For play value, it would be 0. I mean, if you had the smart figure, and that's what I call it, the starter course, yeah, it probably would have some play value, but I'm going to be honest, even as an adult, this would probably get boring after 5 minutes. I'm giving it, I'm at least being nice there, 5 minutes I would be bored with it. So play value really just doesn't exist with me on this one. Can this be dropped in a Lego City? No. Could you drop this in a mock? If you have the starter course and you really want to go hardcore in the Mario theme, I'm sure you can probably make a few more of these and expand on it so it does have some mock value, or you could just build something else out of the parts. In my experience looking at this, and this is $15, you can't do anything else with it except look at it, because if you don't have the starter course, that's all you can do with it. So yeah, I just see if we can get him to go up here. There we go. Try that again there. Maybe it's got some play value after all. You got to really test your fingers' muscles here. You don't want to do this. Oh, stop knocking yourself out. But yeah, I just say that this one I would have to pass on. So if you're a parent looking at this set, make sure the person you're buying this for has a starter course. If not, that's what you're getting for 15 bucks right there. It's not really a whole lot, in my opinion.